One Halloween night, Dorothy Haldwell was preparing for her upcoming wedding that would follow that night at 12 p.m. Or noon, as some might call it. She was very excited about this, and she had her mother help pick out this beautiful dress, but she didn't know that the supposed happiest day of her life, in quotes, would become deadly. What? Earlier that day, her and her mother went to the church. Get much more frightening than that. Where she would be getting married that night to prepare for the upcoming wedding. She had big plans for her and her soon-to-be husband to go on their honeymoon.
Sexy time.
She began dressing and getting herself ready at 7 p.m. exactly. The wedding would be held at 12, as she had already stated. She loved the nighttime, so she wanted to get married in the middle of the night. Wait, she wanted to get married she...
I think that you want to get
Logic
married at 12
fail.
p.m.
It's 12 p.m. is the middle of the day. Alright. Oh, I totally lost my train of thought. Alright, her bridesmaids, that's what those things are called, went to go see how everything was coming along with her soon-to-be husband's dressing.
Oh my god.
So,
She's obviously Middle East.
she
She's
promotes polyandry or something.
Utah.
Her Utah, yes, she has multiple husbands. He was ready and the pastor was there, so they began the ceremony. They had planned their wedding in a beautiful church with a spiral staircase and lovely scenery. So her mother told her to be careful going down the stairs in her heels and long dress, especially at night, at noon. It was her time to enter the ceremony. She began down the steps, being very careful. She was doing very well until all of a sudden things started going wrong as she was going down the stairs. She can't even go down the stairs right. It's shocking. Her shoe came off and she tripped over her dress. She then fell down to the very bottom of the steps. When everyone got to her, they found her plain out dead. Plain out. Her husband-to-be was very sad, and so were her relatives and her family. The supposed to be the best day of her life, again in quotes, turned out to be the worst day of her life. Yeah, she was dead. In Woodstone Cemetery, she was buried on November 2nd, and there was a statue of her right over her grave. It seems very expensive. So now, if you go down to Woodstone Cemetery at 12 midnight on Halloween, you can see her stone eyes become blood red, and her hand will become real instead of stone. But just her hand. At midnight, even though it happened at noon. Make sure that on your wedding day, that you don't have spiral staircases in your church, because the same thing might happen to you as it happened to Dorothy Haldwell. This is not a real story. Or maybe it is. You figure it out. I'm not going to, so you do it on your own.